What's up, YouTube? I'm Corey, and welcome to my channel, Let's Talk with Corey. But before I get into today's reaction video, wherever you are in the world today, I mean wherever you are in the world today, I really do hope you're having a great day. Let me pause and give a shout out to my subscribers. Whether you've been with me since the beginning or you're checking in for the very first time, thank you for your support. And to my followers on Facebook, thank you guys for your support as well. Stephen A. Smith versus Jason Whitlock beef. Is it real beef? Well, I'll give you my perspective after I read this article, and I'm going to show you some short clips, and then you guys, you be the judge, okay? And you guys, I always say, I have my own opinion, and my opinion don't mean nothing. But guys, I want to get your thoughts on the Stephen A. Jason Whitlock supposedly beef. And I'm just going to throw this in right quick. I get a feeling that somebody's trying to get their ratings and their subs and their views up. But that's just me. Anyway, this is from ESPN Sports Illustrated.com. ESPN Stephen A. Smith mercilessly blast Jason Whitlock during a 40-minute rant. Stephen A. Smith spent nearly 40 minutes Wednesday night taking shots at fellow media personality Jason Whitlock, producing one of the most epic takedowns in recent media history. Bullshit. Okay, bullshit. Smith used his own podcast, The Stephen A. Smith Show, to tear Whitlock to shreds, escalating a beef that seemingly has gone on behind the scenes for years, but recently resurfaced publicly when Whitlock criticized Smith's new book, Straight Shooter, a memoir of second chances and first takes. And basically it says for exaggerating aspects of his career, says Whitlock. Whitlock even called Stephen A. Smith, a myth, a comment that almost certainly rubbed the ESPN personality the wrong way. To say Stephen A. Smith pulled no punches would be an understatement. Smith unleashed an incredible rant loaded with explicitives and revealed some wild details about the history the two have together, including the fact that he insisted on a clause stating he would never have to work with Whitlock in his 2015 ESPN contract. I'm a very forgiving person. Not with him, Smith said. I hate this bastard for more than a little bit. He is the worst human being any of you would ever meet. You get within a mile of his presence, wrap your arms around yourself to protect yourself, to protect your soul. He is a devil, the worst. That's all I have to say. Smith also said that Whitlock is the dude that's going to have a funeral and there ain't going to be no pallbearers. Might have two people that show up. He's the absolute worst, and he lies. Again, now, guys, this is on the Stephen A. Smith podcast. Again, I got my feelings about this. You know, hey, his boy Unc, ratings and stuff skyrocketed. Views skyrocketed. Subscribers skyrocketed. I just see this just as an opportunity to get views. But anyway, that's me. I'll continue. He says that, and he says he's the absolute worst, and he lies, and he incriminates, and he tries to set people up to fail to pick up himself because he can't do it on his own, Smith said. He had a television show. He failed. He had opportunities one time after another. He doesn't measure up. And now he's coming at the big dog. And let me tell you, is he coming for Shannon Sharp? Oh, okay. No, okay, it's Stephen A. Smith. And let me tell you something right now. I am the big dog. Okay. Smith said he was begged by TV executives not to go at Whitlock, but was told by his pastor that every now and then we got to do what we got to do. And so Smith went for it anyway. All right, guys. So I'm going to show some clips and I'll be back.
Fun.
Where's the beef?
Fun.
Where's the beef?
Stephen A. Smith is the Kevin Hart of the sports media. Smith is a plant. Disney and ESPN installed Smith at the top of the sports media world because his inadequacies as a journalist make him easy to control.
He ain't lying.
When I listened to Cat Williams talk about Kevin Hart and Steve Harvey, my mind immediately drifted to Stephen A. Smith's memoir. Smith's story just doesn't add up.
What they're not telling us I only played one game because I cracked my kneecap.
1.5 points per game. How do you average that in one game? Is there a 1.5 pointer in Division II basketball? How do you do it? It can't be done.
My nigga.
It's an impossibility. And I know I'm not great at math, but you can't average 1.5 points a game in basketball in one game.
My bone cracked in half. My first year at Winston-Salem State.
Even Smith that played at Winston-Salem State. Because one guy, according to the stat sheet, played 9 games, and the guy on TV is saying he never played a game. The guy on the right is Big House Gaines, the coach, who again, Stephen A. Smith in his memoir claims that, Big House Gaines was like a father figure. I sat in his office and we talked and he was my mentor and he's my guide and he's this and that. Big House Gaines in his book, no mention of Stephen A. Smith. I think he's caught off guard because ESPN producers have cooked up a humorous segment making fun of Stephen A.'s college career that he's talked about for years, his college basketball career, compared to Jalen Rose and J.J. Redick. Play the clip.
We're coming off college hoops, guys. Yeah. So I do want to show you all a little something. I got a little something to show you here. Before we dig into the NBA, take a look at this blind resume here. It's 3 players. Their scoring average in each person's final college season. Do we have any guesses who this might be? Dylan, who do you think? What is this?
Nah, this is hilarious. JJ's on the right.
It's our starting lineup from tonight.
Well, they're not telling us I only played one game because I cracked my kneecap in half, but that's neither here nor there.
That is neither here.
So, as I pointed out previously, and so I'll condense this, be more concise. The man is on TV saying he averaged 1.5 points per game in college because he only played one game.
Okay, guys, you saw the clips. You saw what Whitlock had to say. And basically, it stemmed from his Winston-Salem, basketball career, which didn't start with Whitlock, actually. And you saw in the video where Whitlock pointed out that it was the ESPN co-host that kind of used, the images of, do you know whose stats these belong to? And so it wasn't Whitlock that initiated this stuff. It was his own co-host on First Take. And so Whitlock is just saying, how in the world can you get a stat of 1.5 points in basketball? And then it was just other stuff that you guys saw calling into question, hey, how many games you played in, and then, the injury that Stephen A. Smith encountered while in college. And of course, obviously, you saw Stephen A. Smith going all the way in on Jason Whitlock. So, guys, this Stephen A. Smith versus Jason Whitlock beef, I'm not saying that it's fabricated. What I believe is that Stephen A. Smith is trying to basically draw attention to it, and I don't see much beef in this beef. But we got to let them have it. You guys, you leave a comment. What's your thoughts? Thanks for the pull-up. As always, thanks again for watching. Let's Talk with Corey. Let's Talk with Corey out.